All right, chapter 4 review. First thing we covered in this chapter, probability distribution. This is what the chart looks like. We'll write down a couple of things with it. Again, you write down whatever you think you need to write down, whatever's going to help you as we go through all this. On some of the slides, there'll be stuff like what you do on your calculator to get to, what we're looking for and everything. Very first of the chapter, we dealt with probability distributions. Remember, in a probability distribution, your X is what you want to occur. Or like if we were doing the chip thing, if we wanted 0 good chips, 1 good chip, 2 good chips, so on, so on, so on. Then how often they occur, each one down through here, we could total all those up. That's going to give you just your total, that's your big N. And then when we do the probabilities over here, you got to remember that these probabilities, this whole column should always add up to how much? 1. 1.00, 100%, whatever you want to say it, however you want to say it, as a decimal, percentage, whatever, but it should always total up to 1. Now, is it always going to total up to 1? No, but it should be somewhere close. So if you're coming up with something like 1.5, what do you know?
You're off.
You screwed up somewhere. You're coming up with something like 1.001. That's probably okay. Probably just rounded a little off somewhere. So that's a probability distribution. Probably things I put on the test about a probability distribution is you're going to check to see if something is a probability distribution or not. And one of the main things is that all those probabilities should total up to 1. And then what if I stuck in something like this? This probability is 1.2. Will that work? Probability's got to be between what? 0 and 1. So all the probabilities must be from 0 to 1. So if you just check and see if it's probability distribution, no probabilities greater than 1, no probabilities like -5. That can't be a probability because it's less than 1. Find the mean, standard deviation, means, variance, standard deviation. I didn't write all those on here. I know all of you probably want to use the chart to do this, right? Probably not. Instead of using the chart, probably what are we going to use? Probably going to use your calculator, and I'm going to show you how to do that on the next slide. For some reason, Daniel over here can't remember how to use his calculator to find it. Then either he's going to be out of luck or he's going to have to use the chart. In the chart, using the chart, you find the probability of each one. Then you take X times each of those probabilities, fill in that column. That's going to tell you what your mean is. Then you take X minus each mean, fill in this column. Then you take each of those answers, square them. Once you get all of them squared, then you're just going to add them. Did I forget something there? Probably the X. Oh, I'm sorry. Then you take this column and you times it by each probability to get this column. And then you add them all up. What's that sigma squared stand for again? Variance. And then how would you find the standard deviation? take the square root. Now on your calculators, it's backwards because it tells you the standard deviation, so to find the variance, you'd have to square it. That's probably what this next slide says. Probability distribution, these things. This tells you what to do on your calculator. Put it in your calculator. Oh, I didn't put everything down here. Once you put the list in your calculator, then you have to go to one bar stats. Seems like for some of the calculators this was messed up. But you go to the one bar stats, put in your list, and you have to put in like list 1, comma, list 2, then hit equals. But some of the calculators it was a little different. I don't remember what was different. See if I remember. My calculator, I just put in list 1, comma, list 2, but some of it seemed like a lot of yours were different than that because yours are newer than mine. I don't know. Maybe we'll find a problem and deal with it then. It seems like I remember we had a lot of trouble with that. Remember the expected value. When you find the mean, expected value and mean are the same thing. And be able to draw a histogram. When you're doing a histogram, make sure you label your sides. This over here is going to be your probabilities. This down here is whatever we're dealing with. Maybe it's like times you win or something, who knows. And then your histogram, what has to always be true about the bars? They got to touch. What kind of histogram did I just draw there? Just symmetric. Oh, you guys are pretty with it. Pretty clever.
You sure? Yes.
What? Binomial distribution. Binomial distribution, again, I would rather use this formula here, but most of you probably dealt with your calculators. With a binomial distributions, if I remember, what's it mean to be a binomial distribution?
Isn't it like a yes or no?
Right. It's got to have failures and successes. Nothing else. It's got to be something that you can separate down into two categories. I guarantee one of the questions, I'm pretty sure this is the test. One of the questions on the test, if I give the same test I've given in the past, which probably will be, one of the questions always gets everybody. They always mess it up. It's like the last question or something, or one of the last questions. And it says, calculate the mean, variance, and standard deviation of a binomial distribution. Don't make that harder than it is. You don't have to plug it into your calculator. You don't have to do all that stuff. Because if it's a binomial distribution, then you can just use these three formulas. The mean has to be just n times p. The variance has to be n times p times q. And the standard deviation is just the square root of that. So make sure that you write down those three little formulas there. If it's binomial, you don't have to punch a whole bunch of stuff into your calculator. You just got to do those three little formulas. On the calculators, when you're trying to find the probability of just a single thing, remember, if you're using PDF, that's just one. So PDF, if you want probability that exactly 4 happens, then you use the binomial PDF. If you want from a certain number down, then you use binom CDF. So that if we do x is less than or equal to 4, that means it would include 4, 3, 2, 1, that's a comma, and 0. It would include all of those. So instead of doing them all and have to do all 4 or 5 of them, you could just do it once and get the total answer. Remember, you could also use the chart for some of these. Yeah, I don't know if you want to use the chart or not. Probably the calculator's easier. Again, how can you tell, because I'm not going to separate the problems on the test. How can you tell it's a binomial?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? It can be separated down into success, failure, nothing else. That makes it a binomial. Yep. Geometric distribution. What's different about a geometric distribution? Give me something that when you read a problem on the test, you're going to know it's geometric distribution. You go till what?
Oh, till success.
You go till there's a success. So if it's saying, when's the first time you're going to win the lottery, on what play do you expect to win the first time, that would be a geometric distribution. To be a geometric distribution, the trial is repeated until you have a success. Trials are independent of each other, so one drawing doesn't affect the next one. So if Brian's playing the pick 3 every day, when he lost yesterday, does that affect what's going to happen today? No. But that's what a lot of these old men think. Hey, I've lost the last 10 days, so today's probably my day. At some point, I'm going to win. Not necessarily. All right? You could play the same pick 3 numbers for the next 1,000 years and still never win. Now, is that very likely? No, that's sort of unlikely. At some point, you're going to win at least once. Each trial has the same probability of occurring. X stands for your first success. Your first success. This formula, pretty easy. But again, most of you probably didn't use this formula, even though I think using this formula takes less pushing of the buttons than it does on a calculator, but most of you probably used your calculator. I thought I wrote all this down, but I didn't. Does anybody have, or should we write down all the steps to doing all these?
I will figure it out.
Just leave it go.
Yeah, with the calculator.
So remember, PDF, again, means you're doing just one number. CDF, if we're starting at 3, that means we're doing 3, 2, 1, 0. Find the probability of all of those from that number down. When you're putting them into the calculator, you just put in P and X. So you put in your probability and you put in your X, and it's probably got parentheses around it again on the calculator. Some of your calculators, some of them don't. Next one. Poussin, is that what we said? Poussin?
What you said.
I was going by what you told me. Is that Poussin? What, did you pronounce it different? How'd you pronounce it?
You said Poussin like the last 300 times, I think. Poussin.
Is that what we're going with? I thought that's what you'd been saying this whole time. What have you been saying?
Poisson.
Poisson? Poisson. I don't remember ever saying it that way, but.
I never said Poussin.
I've never seen Poisson.
Poisson. Yeah, I remember him saying poison the first day, then he said.
Then I looked it up and it was Poisson.
This is what you said last time too.
What?
When you switched it, you were like, oh, I don't remember you saying that.
So Poisson, is that?
Sounds good.
Well, we're about done with it.
So what is this guy's distribution? What's gonna be the key that you're gonna remember to help you know if you're using his distribution or not?
Success.
But it's the muse given, isn't it?
It's in a certain,
Order.
it's in a certain interval or something. So if you see something about an interval or, what else might key you off that you have this? What are they gonna give you? If you're given the mean, if you're given mu or the mean, then you're probably using this guy's distribution. On your calculator, can everybody find it on their calculator now? Make sure you can find it. Same idea, if you're just doing one, you just put in that number for X. If we want more than one, we'll go CDF, and that's gonna tell you that number and down. And all you're gonna put in are the mean and whatever your X is, whatever you're wanting to find, number of successes.
Question.
You go to, where do we go? Second bars, is that right? Second bars,
Go down to E.
go down,
Wait, is Poisson? Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
is it down to
C.
Some of them are C, some of them are D, some of them are E.
Poisson PDF.
Again, do we want to write down the 3 different ways on the calculators, or are you guys all right with it? Does everybody have them somewhere?
Yeah, sure.
All right. A few things to remember. Remember Q is just 1 minus P. And these are just those things that I just got done saying about each one. Binomial, you got a fixed number of trials, and it's got to have success and failure. Geometric, you do until you have a success, and then that guy's, I'm not even gonna pronounce it anymore, because I think Phoenix is screwing with me about how you pronounce it, and I keep changing it on him or something.
Watch the video.
I'm going to.
I said Poisson. I never said.
That's what I said earlier.
You said Poussin.
Did I say Poussin?
There's a two O's sign there.
Peace, love, and positivity, guys.
So if it's that guy's, then you do the interval. It's always gonna be some interval or something in a certain area, whatever. And they'll give you the mean usually. Or you'll have to find the mean somehow.
You have a review packet?
Yep.
Wait, so how long is the old exam gonna be? What about the
I can do it.
Is there a review packet for grade?
That was this stuff.
Is it every review? I thought it usually just a
My mom, yeah, my mom said she got the email from her. Yes. Phoenix, my mom said she emailed your mom.
My actual mom?
Yeah, she's saying that this review packet is going to be done in the group.
Yeah, you're right.
Your mom got the same email? Okay, my mom did like a forward all.
Oh, you can see the forward all.
Forward all. Every email.
All right.
Yep.
No, not the whole class.
Like
You okay? You thinking you regret your success?
Emailed your mom.
Yeah.
Mom might not have told you. How did his mom email your mom?
So you guys working together then, I'm guessing? I'm not doing anything?
Oh, wait.
No,
We got this.
because you can't help him with that stuff.
That is true. Well, we aren't gonna help each other, we need to help each other figure it out.
You're a serious heart.
I was like,
Does anybody want me to work problems up here? Alright, I'll sit up here. If you have trouble with the problem, let me know. Continuous is yeah, I didn't say it up there, and I probably should have. Discrete and continuous. What's the difference between discrete and continuous? All right. Continuous is some kind of measurement, like 5 feet 2 inches, 5 feet 3 inches, 5 feet 4, 5 feet 2.5, 5 feet, so on and so on. Continuous would just be if we went 5 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, 9 foot. Did I say that backwards? Discrete is when it's just 5, 6, and 7. Continuous is when it's the other way. I think I said it back to you.
Face, that's what I'm saying.
we got those. My mom, Ben's mom, though, I don't think this is.
They're crumbs, but they're there. On the bus, I was throwing the trash in my bag, and there might be a pink, like a part of the
Wait, let me try this.
Be like a rat. No, it's like a little, just a little part of the stick thing.
Sugary.
There's no sugar in it, it's just the top of the thing. Stored in. Like, okay. I tried to get it out and it just further down. If you need it, wait for it.
The random very.
And I think he did it in words, honestly.
Did you see the Eagles line?
Send us.
We need to listen to Kumis. I know Riley's okay.
I'm playing
What is
this.
this? What is this? This is.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next
So that's the discrete, right?
So I fixed it.
Alright, so
I
we're
connected
gonna
it.
binomial, right?
So I went to make it shorter, so I just connected this. I'll make both of them smaller. It's fine.
Where?
You like guys fiending back here.
Bars? No, we got a second.
Less than 2 bars.
Is it normal?
So it's
normal
two.
binomial? Is it binomial or normal?
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Yeah.
It's okay, this more likes me. Maybe this will work.
Are you in?
I think it's geometric,
Geometric.
because you're trying to find,
I mean,
you're
it's
trying
really
to find
good.
a house
But Cannon
that has less than 2 cars.
Finish.
It's not a specific.
I'm confused.
You're not trying
Like,
to
half
find
the
whether
class
it's
already has their
really
lesson
in-
down.
Sean, which one do we use?
You don't use any of them. This is basic math.
Continuous
How do we
is
just
like
add them up?
height. That's how I remember. It's like,
So this would be straight.
the first one would be because I remember seeing mom's concept like that.
35, Phoenix.
35 questions out.
Sorry.
What about crowns?
Yes, I did say that.
Has
I felt because I've already gone very far.
Just remind them that I get the.
But I wasn't allowed to get it because I didn't eat lunch. It was like an hour after lunch, it wasn't yet 7:30.
So,
So I don't
we just have to go for the bounce.
because I was hungry.
is this all, if all of this can be.
What's your date?
I see them miss all
I
this.
can turn off my.
I can back
All, every single one of us on the boys dance squad run had a backflip, and we all do it in unison, bro.
How are you planning on getting all of?
So, we're gonna be you, Clark, and Steve, me. Yeah. Who else on there?
This is due tomorrow.
Riley, you can do a backflip, can you?
Wednesday. This is due.
Can you do a backflip? Oh, nuts. Sure you can.
So,
Dusty's done one before.
we're all gonna learn how to do a backflip, right? And we're gonna do all one in unison.
Hey,
Yo, when is that?
Kendall.
I have my name on it.
January.
You guys have to do a backflip?
I got 100
You guys
backflip.
have any certain songs? Like, that's what we're trying to figure out.
Christmas
She's
week.
in
Oh my
it.
Christmas week. The dancers.
Yeah, you guys gotta plan this all out. We're the dancers.
Yeah, we're the actors.
You tell us
You
what
guys
to do.
gotta do
January.
You tell us what to do.
Yeah, learn to do
Watch.
that.
That is just straight
I
watch.
have gymnastics.
Just straight watch. Nothing but
I have
watch.
two.
Just repeats.
Nobody wants to see that dance.
I do.
That's fine. Nobody
I wanna
wants
see
to.
Frank on the ground.
I'll bust it down.
Alright. We got the first
I
page
answered the
time
first
already?
two
Can
questions.
Clark do a backflip?
That's enough for today. For sure.
You think
Yeah,
Clark
because
can do a
Sarah's back
backflip?
that like, I haven't.
Clark can-
Yes,
yes,
Clark can do a backflip.
I think you're fine.
Because Sarah's the guy that started in my college
but I
work.
didn't, we've never seen it so backflip. He can learn for sure in like a day.
How do you get
but,
all of your feet?
I feel like I can tell you, I feel like I can learn from ball. I feel like I can learn.
Mr. Ebersole,
Yeah,
you did a
I feel like I can learn how to do
child.
it that game.
I don't know how I get them all.
You're
So
like a
you
child.
can't stand
not
hurt
doing
him,
a
hurt
backflip.
him, Reyes. Come on, Reyes. You can learn one.
Yeah.
If I can't learn, I'll try to learn one. You can learn how to do that. You can learn how to do that.
Yeah, I can learn how to do it. Oh, so it's just not easy.
You got videos?
But as long as I
As long as
get
you're just-
that's
an hour.
Good in a week.
An hour at most.
I mean, you're always
We'll be
very
able
light.
to like double back.
Good. Bunch of.
Don't worry.
The Louisiana awesome.
To get stuck in Kinsey.
Can we wear like leggings and super tight on my legs? No, no, I'm them off in the booty shorts.
I don't know what they're learning over there, but I heard a lot of letters.
Don't agree with them, but.
What do you guys have to play so far?
What class?
Well, we just had to sign, make out, ball.
I forgot we were gonna cheer.
Oh my god, I told him about your record.
I thought we were just dancing. Hey, Michael.
No,
You're
not
just
your
dancing?
Cal.
Wait, wait,
You don't know, be
this
that
is
here,
here,
right?
right? This is at school.
It's at
isn't it?
E.
I gotta go with, wait, hold on. I didn't sign up. I didn't
We get to ride the bus,
I
right?
tried to take transition.
We get to ride the bus,
You're
right?
gonna go in front of
But the counselor
everybody
wouldn't let me.
in
County.
County
My
that wants
options
to
were
go.
this
I must
or
have it.
What
that.
is this? What did I sign
Look
up
at
for?
me, north, south,
And I told
Shawnee,
her I'm not
us.
taking CCD.
There's
I was
gonna
like,
be
I wanna take transition.
5
classes.
student
She was like,
sections.
Yeah.
But the students that they love when you guys do it, like the other
Yeah.
students are like every guy doing it.
I'm good.
They think it's.
I got. What is this
What
for?
do you guys think
What
of
event is
this
this
your
for?
day? What do you guys think of this? Like, if you were playing them. Okay, anybody agree?
Is that the name of the mascot? That's such an L name.
We gotta get a table and get Clark and Boo, and then make them do like clap push-ups on the table.
Aren't you guys, wait, is Aiden birthday today?
Party ain't fitting good.
No, not dude, I mean like the splits. He does like a really good split.
Oh, yeah, he's good, I think.
He'd be a one-trick pony.
But if he doesn't, we just let him up, we like keep him
Okay,
outside
but
the
the
door,
issue
and then he
is
runs
that
in.
Aiden
And he splits when we're done.
Then he
No
leaves.
one
He goes
keeps
home.
their shirts.
He's gotta rip his pants for comedic.
We just have to see what everybody can do.
Comedic purposes.
Alright, guys, so, okay, so we're doing like a practice to see like what all you guys.
What'd you get stuck at, Sean?
See,
Nothing.
yeah.
No, just tell you we can do that.
Like, she says like backwards and stuff, like, I got some job.
It's like, I can go, right? But like,
Would you like the monster?
what is P?
I got like a
Like, everybody
I just got all of my tips.
Yeah. I can't.
Simps got the trap.
I can
Yeah, I know.
Could it?
What's the probability?
I can barely touch it.
I can like.
What's the
I couldn't grab it. I couldn't
What's the
grab it.
probability that Riley's
Oh,
on
it's
the
not
board
right.
is not
I don't
X
know if it's a
times
no.
the probability?
So, did you punch all those into your calculator, the two lists?
Oh.
Number 6, 3, 6.
I mean, I could show you by making the chart, if you want me to make the chart.
58. Find mean and significant deviations. That's a second.
So put in list 1, put in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. In list 2, put in the probabilities.
Yeah. Sim, what's, hang on a second. Wait, what's Sim's phone number?
36.
The old one.
I don't have my calculator.
What's your baseball number?
Now?
No, what's your dang old baseball number?
So we're gonna find some. What's that trap phone mode? It's your $20 phone.
And once you have them all in the list,
That is the trap.
then you do the one variable stats. What's that under? Calc. So, you go to stat again,
You did.
calc, one variable.
I'm
And
ready
you
for two.
gotta put in like L1, comma, L2, right?
What do you think I said?
No, I forgot.
Man, are you tweaking, bro?
I forgot it was number
Did you guys get it? Which one did you get? D? So the mean was 1.23 and the standard deviation was 6.6.
The title of this article is Crack, Bang, Wallop. What a picture. That looked Diana is a media.
Okay.
Now the best Christmas song.
I believe you.
Stand for like last Christmas. 100%.
Why do I know?
Last Christmas is but I'm also thinking like the babies.
Best Christmas song is any song.
I'm not a fan of them, personally. Personally, it's
Like
like
since Mackenzie.
I really do.
My second favorite is I'll Leave You Alone. Christmas.
What's the one?
Will you ever ask me a question if you have one? Are you lying to me now?
There isn't a soul that doesn't want to.
Golly, look at
Did you get
that.
me?
That's like top five.
Michael, can I borrow your old 30s guitar for our album cover?
Sure.
This one.
It's gonna look sick.
That's my second favorite.
Dude.
That's gotta be
That's like the second. That's a solid second place. See that one?
Sleigh Ride's a banger.
Ah. Christmas does got some Christmas
Christmas play the actual.
It is. It's the king of music.
It's just a fact.
She dumped down for us at one time. Because we did. It's like we did.
Why aren't you guys
We should make a.
playing Sleigh Ride?
This gets me going.
Because the student was playing.
Why? It's always the band. It sounds good with the
Did you
band.
have like a Santa hat on?
That's debatable.
Okay, but like,
Especially not with the
that's all I
trumpet.
remember from high school.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Eli said that he might just join and play trumpet just for jokes. And I was like, please.
Freestyle.
It's sad that Elliot does.
No, the what is that? The freaking. You know the NFL montages.
But even with
Dude.
her not doing her best, she
The
gets
trap
her
songs.
best.
Dude.
It never looked like that.
It never looked like that. I got a quarter pounder yesterday.
Do that.
With cheese.
And then we saw David.
The David.
I figured out which one they were doing.
He's been working there since like May.
No, he got fired and now he's back.
Yeah.
He tried to get a job at Culver's.
That was last year.
Put in an application.
That was
Who are we
like.
talking about?
Sorry.
He was
What's
a
so
manager at
funny?
Taco Bell.
He didn't quit. I know the story
That's
behind
making
it.
too much money.
We went to McDonald's, and the girl was talking, she had the headset on, and she was talking to the person at the drive-thru, and I thought she was talking to me, so I was like, can I get,
Is that funny?
Either way, it didn't like him.
and, I asked her a question, she was like, and I started laughing, because I started laughing, because I was like, oh my god, and she was like, was that funny? I was like, what?
Was that funny?
Was that funny? Yes. Yeah, a random girl, that we worked together.
teach you class?
But it's gotta be
Best Christmas movie?
But it might be.
The best Christmas movie is Polar Express.
It might be the Tyler Perry one though.
I would always.
The Tyler Perry one's tough.
100%.
No, the Tyler Perry would get the best.
I don't like that one.
It'd be on those off
Yeah.
I'd sit in back of class and just.
The old ones, like,
Where is it?
Oh, is it the old one though?
The old one.
Thorough
We
ring.
would just sit there coloring, except they were all like coloring books and coyotes.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. That one.
Lily, you get stuck? You lying to me?
What's your favorite Christmas movie? Full Express.
If I walk over there, can I help you?
It's definitely the best.
It's up there, but it's like not my favorite. I'd say maybe 7.
This is a top.
Elf.
ten.
Elf is
Home Alone,
Home Alone's probably my favorite. It's just the original. Yeah.
Santa Claus, 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Unexpected value.
They tied.
I forgot about Elf. Right. Elf is probably number one.
It's a Wonderful Life. I don't care that it's an old movie. It's a banger.
Never
Good
seen it.
movie. The Grinch, Jim Carrey.
That one's.
I don't know why I did it sideways, but
Nah, the
is that gonna bother any?
Yeah,
No.
So we got our X, our
Christmas
payback.
Yeah.
Just a different,
Isn't it the options 1 and 2?
Die
your
Hard.
X is how much you expect to gain
Top 5.
or lose.
Top 5.
Alright, so
I'm glad we can all
if
agree
you
that Last
play
Christmas
it,
is the best Christmas song.
there's, what do they say?
You agreed with me.
Everybody said it's up there.
Nah, you said it.
One out of 1,000
Christmas song by
is
Nat
right?
King Cole is the best Christmas
So,
song.
one time,
No,
you
I
can
That's the
expect,
best song, dude.
and you're gonna win how much money?
You hate that song?
That's
348, so you can expect to gain 348, 1 out of,
Well, at least I'm glad that was
Dude.
top.
And then they were like,
It's probably my
Think
favorite.
about
and then the other 99 out of 1,000,
Right.
you expect to what, or you're going to what?
Calculator.
Oh, lose $2.
I hate this song so much.
If we put those, sorry, I'm going sideways. If we put those into our list on our calculator, we could do it, or it might just be easier to do it a different way, I don't know. It might be easier to do the chart out for this one. But if you put those in your list, this is .001, this is .999. Put those in your list,
I wanna make a weird.
and then do the same thing as we did on number 6, the one variable stats.
That's fair.
So we put 248 and make it
Yeah.
This one?
So that, yeah, I wrote it sideways, so that's list 1, this is list 2.
I saw Mommy using Santa Claus. Banger. Bacon on bacon on This might be the greatest Christmas song.
Can we wait? Can that be the music we play when we dance?
This might be the greatest song.
Yeah.
Couldn't you, if you didn't want to do it in the list, couldn't you just do 348
It's the most
times
classic.
.001 plus
See, I gotta do this
negative
picture.
2 times 200?
Oh, you're gonna do that? That'd be clean.
I have a Grinch.
It'd be the same as finding money.
I'll try it.
Right.
I will.
Yeah, so if we did the list, or I'm sorry, if we did the,
Problem is this, this song stops doing it.
Which is the same as what you have, and then I just did that next one. So I wanna say
we-
it's the non-
if we did this next column, and we totaled that up, that's our mean,
It's, which is our expected value.
which is the same as our expected value.
White Christmas. If you don't commit, you're gonna get back to the best of it.
This is definitely top 3.
Yeah.
Top
So
3.
standard deviation is.
He had the height and everything.
Yeah, he was good.
He just didn't fully go.
And this column is
I
just
wrote it down.
X times
That's like for my chart.
PX.
He just did, he had it.
Summation.
He had it, when it comes together, it's like, went straight up, yeah.
Variance too.
He literally just
Thank
went.
you, that helped. It helped me.
He just went.
Yeah, it's hard for me to decide which way is easier for you guys. I probably,
Okay,
on
this
my
is
paper,
definitely-
I just use the chart,
This might be a top
but
3 Christmas
I don't know.
song.
you know,
Oh, the
Some
old
people
one?
like using the
old one
calculator.
that's like Claymation or whatever?
Hey, happy birthday.
Dude, I'm so ready.
This one always sounds
That
like
right there?
sung by Sydney DeVito.
Lily got a confused look.
It's classic.
Which one?
Hey, all Larry can say is who day.
So,
There's
Fuck
too many
you,
songs.
like the head on Facebook.
so
I think I have 2.
if we have this, if
All
I
Larry
write
can
it
say is who
there,
day, bro.
348 negative 2,
Yo.
that'd be point
You ever guys wanna watch a Muppet Christmas
zero
Carol?
zero one .999. And then if we multiply these two, that means we bump the decimal over 3 places, that's .348. And then,
Oh, I found it.
That's
that's
what you
my
guys saying.
calculator here,
That was the first day I was-
clear, .999 times -2,
You a long time.
gives us -1.998. If we add those two together, that's gonna give us our mu. And then the kid, it ends up mu equals -1.65. The mu and the expected value are the same thing. So what we're saying on that is if we play this, we expect to lose, if we just play it for 1,000 years, we'd expect to lose about $1.65 each time.
How did you do that?
Give up the kid. Probably so, it's all the.
Exactly. Dogs or cats? Dogs or cats? We're all just better.
You're a cat person? You're weird.
You're weird. I have two.
I smell bad. I'm weird.
What makes me mad, bro, is T. Higgins had 3 receptions for 35 yards and a touchdown, and they're all freaking out. Because he had a touchdown. So big plays made by these two. T. Higgins, 3 receptions, 35 yards.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
I'll just do that.
Purdue probably
I think maybe I dropped my card this morning.
Best Christmas song ever.
So I'm
Yes,
gonna
I
if you
know.
play.
Yes.
I hate that Christmas song. Because my dad constantly plays it.
Bro,
You guys don't like that Christmas song? This is the best Christmas song.
Carol of Bells
You know
was
what I
hard.
like going to? I like going to sleep.
What is this?
You're gross.
You're probably a cat person. Get out of here. Stop. Stop.
Dog steak was crazy.
This is the best Christmas
Bro,
song.
I feel like I'm in a store with my parents.
What's my cranberry?
Miserable.
Sprite cranberry kids.
I like going to
I
Purdue.
didn't have it.
The new one sucks. I don't know if the old one sucks.
The old ones. I haven't had the bun. The old ones.
Winter Sprite. Winter Spice. Not Sprite. Sprite. Hey! Yeah. Sprite's alright.
Sprite's good. Sprite is good. Sprite's good.
So let me try those.
Depends on the, if I want to.
Hey,
Good
dog.
place you don't eat.
Hey, dog.
Well, Belmont's trash.
At Walmart?
Belmont's just trash.
That's McDonald's is the only time I get snack. Unless it's 7-Up, I'll get a bottle of 7-Up right now.
No, they're
I
bad.
gotta be in the same area. Yeah, I agree with that.
I doubt Belmont.
Like, I can't. I don't everyday make Sprite. So, Dr. P, you like, hey, go up no matter what, no matter
It's
what.
not gonna be the best pop culture.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I would say the best.
It might be the worst pop.
No, Sean. Shut up. You're mad because there's 23 flavors and you can taste all 23.
What, Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper is the best drink.
Yes.
Yes.
The doctor made it because he wanted to.
It goes higher.
Medicine.
Root beer second.
No.
The only
Dr. Pepper.
Root beer, Sprite, Coke.
Dr. Pepper.
Vanilla Coke.
Root beer.
Dr. Pepper.
I
Sprite.
wanted to double check.
Dr. Pepper. Sprite.
Find your meaning, if it's a binomial, find your meaning, stick your
Coke.
hand in
I'm
spin
not
it.
drinking.
Like,
Okay, well, that one I just kind of.
No, you're that
it's
big.
50.
don't be doing that mug there.
So I found half. It's just
Orange cream soda?
If it's a binomial, The red one, anytime it's wide open.
The intensity and then like start to happen.
Sun-kissed.
I only like root beer.
Sun-kissed.
Oh, I hate
You don't like some kids?
That's about all of them.
What, this guy, what's the other one?
Mountain Dew's
He's
up
a
there?
crush kind of guy.
Mountain Dew's up there. Mountain Dew's
I
up
don't
there.
like either.
Fanta. Fanta.
It's
Fanta,
fine.
Fanta, Fanta,
What are you
Fanta.
drinking over there? Is it retards you? That's fine.
Fanta, 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 Fanta.
My dad's always very emotional.
There you go.
Yes.
Awesome.
Fago is gas.
Cotton candy thing?
Yeah, what's Fago?
You don't know what Fago is?
Dude.
There's literally a whole song.
Dude, Fago is.
I'm about to say, Fago is the word.
What is
Go-to
this?
thing,
What's
guys.
my
99
favorite?
cents? Give me a cotton candy Fago.
I wonder how many calories. that
Frosties?
And lots.
Like
Like the Frosties rubbing like
Frosties have
400.
480 calories in it.
Who gets a thingy at a gas station?
A Frosty?
The big one.
A 2 liter?
A Frosty?
Me?
I get water every time I go to a gas station.
What? You go to a grass station?
Grass. You go on.
Okay, every time I
If
saw
you go on a trip.
Do what?
a trip, yeah, because I go on trips often.
I'm just saying, you go on a trip.
When we go
you
down
stop
to
at a gas
Florida.
station, you're getting water.
I'm gonna be like, man, you're free. I walk in and be like,
free.
either
You
water
go
or
to the
the
waters?
I don't go walk up to the fountain and be like,
You go to the fountain, you go to the, you get a bottle of pop, and you get a bag of chips.
And a
Bag of
Gatorade.
chips and candy.
And a Gatorade.
Gatorade or a water?
Not a water. You don't get a water, dog.
Why? It's cheaper and it tastes good. I don't get like the smart water. Those are for weirdos. Those are
You
for
get a bottle of Ice Mountain.
Yeah, you're like
You walk
Ice
out.
Mountain.
I'd rather water.
I saw it yesterday at the
No, Ice Mountain is fun, so I'm just thirsty.
I did.
I can drink it first.
I drink more. I can rock with the cherry.
If you drink this Sonic, terrible.
Oh my god, those two shouldn't even be waters. How can they even say it's water?
You're a fun water. That is fun. I like a little bit of rust in my water. I like
Purified. They're not purified.
Wait, you just have to figure out
spring water.
You still run your
Well,
ice
they're
cream.
one's singing and then they're yelling at each other. It's just a lot going on.
I think they almost
And I think one's singing, one's humming, and then there's the argument.
And then I'm here witnessing the other
Unless
side.
you're walking on the track, it's like a Christmas entertainment.
They're just incoherent and talking to themselves.
No, that would actually be kind of sweet. Like if you're on the Diamondback and you're like rolling riding and stuff, there's Christmas stuff.
They have a thought and just
Okay,
like,
sick. Until like you're tangled. Your hair's gone.
No, I say it off to the side.
How do you discern the difference between poison
Roller coaster.
When this happens, when the six.
Yeah, but you're just going down the hill like.
gives you a meat?
It
that's
does.
what I'm doing.
Seriously.
Poison's always an interval kind of setup.
Yeah, but I don't.
Well, yeah.
I pick that.
Okay, that I was gonna.
We got a man cave.
That's
We
what
got a road.
Geometric is looking for that first success.
We stole the deaf kid. I want to steal a blind kid area sign. Hold it up at a basketball game when a ref makes a bad call. Blind kid area.
That'd be funny, but. Children not play, but it's a.
I think that we should do that
Phoenix
thing
thought that
that
was
like
gonna
other
get a big
schools
laugh.
do, where their student section and like when the other teams get like introduced, the teams just like
Don't
student
worry about
sections
it when it's
fly
25
out.
to 60, alright?
Just do like that food, just completely make a sign, so you don't have to.
Probably go to jail.
You won't have as much character.
We should even be playing them, honestly. There's so much more.
Yeah.
Gage, there's a loser's attitude.
I agree with that.
All right, Sean. You go take a charge on a kid that's jumping over you, and they call a block on you because the refs are stupid.
Gage, you sound stupid.
His ball's hit me in the face. Okay, that's how high he jumped.
Gage!
Sorry.
Just take it.
Jordan's
Man, that's so much better.
His gin.
His
He's a pilot.
stuff.
You could have said like,
Me
I was
neither.
hit in the face by the groin. Like you didn't have to.
His groin hit my scapula.
My cranium was dumped.
Yeah, but
When I was like standing there, this dude just jumps on me.
You could have just scapula stand. I got
I
you got mushroom stamp, Gage?
And the
that bad.
That's true. I spent the last
Were they wet?
33 years
Like,
playing Bark
actually
Down
wet?
Snap Message.
He'd pull up from 20 feet behind the three-point line,
You
drain it, and everybody in the crowd would go,
Oh, is it green? I don't know how
Random
random
bros.
bros corgis. That's not what my favorite is.
I love corgis.
that's how they communicate.
They were giving secret signals.